October 19th, 2017, a telescope in Hawaii caught a point of light moving in a way no comet, no asteroid, had ever moved before in the history of observation. It didn't come from our solar system. It came from interstellar space, passed straight through our home, and vanished forever within weeks. Scientists named it Oumuamua, a messenger from afar. It was shaped like a cigar, up to 400 meters long, a shape unlike anything ever seen in our skies. It was accelerating with no visible source of energy, no tail, no outgassing, none of what normally explains a comet's acceleration. One of Harvard's most respected astrophysicists openly suggested, maybe it wasn't a comet, and it wasn't an asteroid. Maybe it was something built. We watched it for only a few weeks. Then it left, and it's never coming back. And to this day, no theory fully explains what we saw. To understand just how rare this event was, you need to grasp one simple thing. Almost everything we see in the sky belongs to our home. Comets, asteroids, dwarf planets. All of them orbit the sun along paths that have existed for billions of years. We know their trajectories. We can calculate where they will be 100 years from now. On October 19th, 2017, the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii picked up an object that didn't fit any of those orbits. Its trajectory was so elongated that it wasn't an ellipse at all. It was a hyperbola, a curve that means only one thing. This object wasn't bound by the sun's gravity. It had come from somewhere outside, passed through our solar system on pure momentum, and was destined to leave it forever. This was the first event of its kind in the entire history of observational astronomy. Not a comet, born somewhere in the Oort cloud at the edge of our system. Not an asteroid knocked off its orbit by a neighboring planet. An object that had spent, perhaps, hundreds of millions of years drifting through interstellar space before randomly crossing the path of our sun. Scientists gave it a name, Oumuamua. In Hawaiian, it means a messenger arriving from afar first. The name turned out to be unsettlingly accurate. It truly was the first. And, as it would turn out, it truly was a messenger. Only no one could understand from whom or why. At first, everything seemed deceptively simple. The object was moving at nearly 300,000 kilometers per hour, and its eccentric orbit initially led astronomers to classify it as a comet, an icy body ejected from its home system. A reasonable, calm, unsuspecting hypothesis. But astronomers had very little time. By the time it was discovered, the object had already passed its closest point to the sun and was gaining speed, retreating back into the dark from which it had come. Every day of observation counted. No one knew what they would find, and no one knew how long they had before it vanished beyond the reach of any telescope on Earth. What they saw over the following weeks did not fit any simple explanation. The first strange thing wasn't its speed, and it wasn't its trajectory. The first strange thing was its shape. When astronomers began analyzing how the object's brightness changed over time, they saw something no one had ever seen in any body within our solar system. Oumuamua's brightness shifted with an enormous amplitude, nearly tenfold, every few hours as the object rotated. A swing like that in brightness means only one thing. The object is severely elongated, and we're seeing it first edge-on, then broadside. The calculations revealed a length-to-width ratio of at least 5:1. For comparison, the most elongated asteroids and comets we've ever observed in our own system never exceed a ratio of 3:1. Oumuamua broke every known limit. Some compared it to a cigar, others to a thin needle, and some suggested it might actually be more like a flat disk, a pancake tumbling through the void. No natural model of asteroid or comet formation predicts a geometry like this. Bodies in the solar system form through the merging and collision of smaller fragments, and that process almost always produces rounder, more compact shapes. To get a body this elongated would require some extreme process. A powerful collision, tidal disruption near a star, erosion from millions of years drifting through interstellar dust. Scientists proposed every one of these explanations. None of them was ever proven. The object also wasn't simply spinning smoothly on a single axis, the way a normal planet does. It was tumbling, chaotically, with no stable rotation period, like a bottle thrown into water, slowly rolling end over end. That kind of behavior is rare on its own. Most bodies stabilize over time and settle into rotation around a single axis. The fact that Oumuamua kept tumbling chaotically meant that some event, a collision, an outburst of gas, a gravitational encounter, had set it spinning and never let it settle. The object's surface was reddish, similar in composition to cometary nuclei and certain types of asteroids in our own system. It was the one detail that looked familiar. Everything else, the shape, the tumbling, the absence of any known counterpart, formed the portrait of an object that truly had no place in our existing classification. And this was only the beginning. Oumuamua's greatest mystery was still ahead. When Oumuamua passed its closest point to the sun, astronomers expected to see a tail, evaporating ice, the telltale sign of a comet. There was no tail, no gas, no dust, nothing. But the trajectory revealed something strange. The object was accelerating. Slightly, but unmistakably. Faster than gravity alone could account for. In comets, this is explained by an outgassing jet, acting like a tiny engine. Oumuamua showed no visible sign of that outgassing whatsoever. It behaved like a comet, without a single outward sign of being one. Scientists worked through one theory after another. Invisible hydrogen, a porous surface, imperceptible mass loss. Each hypothesis was built to explain the fact, not because anyone had directly observed it. Then Harvard professor Avi Loeb proposed an idea that stirred the entire world. What if the acceleration came from sunlight pressure on a thin, lightweight surface, like a solar sail? Technology, not nature. On January 2nd, 2018, Oumuamua vanished from sight forever. No probe will ever be sent to it. No sharper image will ever be taken. In 2023, scientists proposed an explanation requiring no exotic assumptions. Hydrogen released from ice by cosmic rays. Loeb quickly pointed out errors in the calculations. The debate never closed. It simply moved into the back rooms of scientific journals. To this day, there's no consensus on what Oumuamua truly was, how large it was, or where exactly it came from. One thing is certain. It existed. It behaved unlike any known object. And it vanished into a place we will never reach. If you enjoy exploring the mysteries of space that science still hasn't fully explained, subscribe to Star Voyager. Every week, the strangest unsolved mysteries of the universe. See you in the next episode.